Okay, so this question here wants me to write down the next three terms in the following sequences. So if I look at B, okay, so I have 1, 2, 4, 7, and 11. Okay, so what I want to do now is have a quick look at, well, let's see if there's any differences between here. So I add 1 there, I add 2 there, I add 3 there, and I add 4 there. So I'm adding something every time, and as I'm doing it, right, and going this way, I'm increasing it by 1 every single time. Right? So let's have a quick look here that, well, for my next term, all I simply need to do is now add on 5. So that'll be 16. I now add on 6, so that will be 22, and I now add on 7. And that will be 29. So that gives me my next three terms in that sequence. Let's have a quick look at D. Okay, so with D, we've got 27, 27, 26, 24, and 21. Okay, now let's have a look at, we want to get the rest of the terms in this sequence. Let's have a look to see what we can see about this. Okay, so the difference between here and here is 0. The difference between here and here is -1. The difference between here and here is -2. Difference between here and here is -3. So you can see that I'm taking stuff off every time as I go this way, and the number that I'm taking is more and more each time. So all I need to now do in terms of this is I need to, well, if I take 4 off that, right, I end up with 17. If I then take 5 off that, I end up with 12. If I then take off 6, I then end up with 6. So that's my next three numbers in this sequence. Okay, now write it down. Remember to write it down if it helps and if you need that to happen. And what we'll do as well is we'll have a quick look at C here. Okay, so C is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Okay, now if I want, I can have a look and I can see, well, actually these are square numbers going up as well, right? So I can look at the next square number. So I know the next one in line would be 36, I'm suspecting. But let's have a look to see here if we've got any sort of adding or subtraction going on for like a pattern. So I know that I've added 3, I've added 5, I've added 7, and I've added 9. Okay, so every time I'm adding something, and it's increasing by 2 every time I'm adding it and going this way. Right, so all I need to do is continue on with that addition pattern. So I'm going to add 11, and I'm going to get 36, which is what I suspected it was. I'm going to add 13. Okay, and so I get 49. Oh, it's another square number. I then add 15. Okay, and then I end up with 64, which is the next square number as well. Okay, so all I do is I look to see if there's any patterns that are going along in any sort of sequences that are happening.